Never be afraid to pass on a deal or the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm running through a project now that's on a beautiful waterfront piece of property that used to be an RV park, campground, and it's about 30-minute drive from the main area of the Outer Banks where the resort community is. And a friend of mine found this property for sale and brought it to me and said, hey, we can turn this into a fantastic resort style community where, you know, age restricted community where people are going to want to live and all of that. And, you know, we're going to make all this money and it's going to be great. And I came out here and I toured it and I looked at it and I said, no, I don't think so. And he was very curious why I didn't think so. And I said, well, there's two things. Number one, the vacation destination spot was 30 minutes away. And there's a bridge that goes over a body of water, and that is a barrier. Once people move to that island, they don't want to cross back over the bridge for anything. They move to the beach to live at the beach. They don't move to the beach to live 30 minutes away. And at the time, the affordability, you know, was there in that area. There's a little bit of construction going on here right now, some new houses, but there's still plenty of vacant land. And this community now, they've been working on for about 15 years. And he was convinced and believed that he was going to have this thing done and built out in a year or two, 3 at the most, and thought it was going to make all this money. This is one project that just about bankrupted him. He got into another one that I turned down. I'll make another video on that one later. A multifamily project that I turned down. Between these two, they ended up taking him out. And this one is still in the process of getting done. It's been it's been since 04-05 that they've been working on it and trying to work through this, and have had a lot of trouble getting units sold in this area. Even with the hottest real estate market ever, this is still a dog. And what is a dog? A dog is a project that just, no matter what you do, you build it, they ain't coming. You try to give it away, you can't give it away. It's just a dog. It just doesn't work. So some projects, even if they look good on paper and the numbers, you just got to walk away if it doesn't feel right. So number one, it was too far away from the resort area where everybody wanted to be. Everybody moved to the beach to be at the beach. They didn't move to the beach to live 30 minutes off the beach. Number two, for an age-restricted retirement community, which is what this started out as, and I think they've switched it so that they could attract more buyers and got rid of the age restriction on it. I'm not sure. But with an age-restricted community, what's the number one thing that somebody's going to be looking for in a community like that? They're going to want proximity to hospitals, to medical care, things like that. Well, this is nowhere near a hospital. The nearest one's about an hour away, or any kind of medical care or anything like that. I mean, there's emergency care centers and things like that. But, you know, when people are elderly and they're retired, you know, and they start getting up there in age, you know, access to health care and facilities is extremely important. And, you know, goes into their decisions about where they're going to live. It makes a big difference in the decisions about where they're going to live, and you know, where they're going to choose to live out the rest of their lives. So that was another thing. So just those couple of things alone, and then just the lay of the land. This is a very low-lying piece of land. It is on the water. It's a sound front parcel. The price point was very aggressive back at the time we were looking at it. So I passed on this one, and it turned out I was right. You know, people ended up getting stuck in this thing, and it's still, to this day, haven't gotten all their money back out of it, and, you know, we're just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And this thing got taken back, then somebody bought it from the bank, and still, you know, have had trouble working their way through this project. So just because a deal looks good on paper, just because, you know, the market is hot and everything is selling and you think it's just a no-brainer, you know, remember, just because you build it doesn't always mean they're going to come. You got to make sure that it's the right thing in the right area for the market, where the demand is, for the right people at the right time. All of those things have to come together. It's a little easier when the market is red hot and things are just selling for more than asking, but those are in areas that are in high demand. It doesn't work every single product in every area. It just doesn't work like that. So make sure that you find the demand, fill the need, fill the demand, fill the need. Find where people are looking for a problem to be solved and solve it. That's where opportunity is created. That's where success happens. And do not be afraid to say no and walk away from a deal. Don't let FOMO get you. The deal of a lifetime comes along every day. If you're looking for it, making offers and taking action.